2021 on World Environment Day.
আপনারা সকলে গাছ লাগাবেন এবং গাছের যত্ন করবেন, শুধু লাগালে হবে না, গাছটা যাতে টিকে থাকে তার জন্য যত্ন করতে হবে। কাজে সকালে আসুন আমরা সবাই মিলে ব্যাপকভাবে এই দেশে বৃক্ষরোপণ করি।
Government plans to keep environment free from pollution, says Obaidul Qadir in a webinar organized by Awami League's Subcommittee on Forest and Environment. Information and Broadcasting Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood calls upon all political parties to be united against those who destroy the environment. Countrywide Vitamin A Plus campaign begins with the aim of feeding Vitamin A Plus capsules to about 2 crore children. Corona infection rate rising across the country, including the border districts. Lockdown imposed in different districts to prevent spread of coronavirus. Global death toll from coronavirus surpassed 37,29,000. India records lowest number of infections in 58 days. And Brazil strengthened their position by defeating Ecuador in South American World Cup qualifiers. Assalamu alaikum. I'm Mashrufa Hussain, welcoming you to News at 10 on BTV, BTV World and BTV Chattogram Center. Those were the headlines, and now moving on to the details. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has inaugurated National Tree Plantation Campaign 2021, marking the World Environment Day. She kicked off the campaign by planting saplings at Ganaphavan in Dhaka today. Speaking on this occasion, the Prime Minister urged the people of the country to plant trees for promoting greenery in order to protect the country from the adverse impacts of climate change. Noting that she planted saplings with her own hands, Sheikh Hasina called upon the country's people to plant trees in the places with whatever is available to them.
গাছ আমাদের জীবন অনেক উপকার দেয়, সেজন্য সকলকে আমি আহ্বান জানাবো যে পরিবেশ রক্ষায় এবং আপনার নিজের আর্থিক সচ্ছলতার ক্ষেত্রে, পরিবেশ রক্ষার ক্ষেত্রে সব দিক থেকেই যেটা সব থেকে উপযোগী সেটা হচ্ছে ব্যাপকভাবে বৃক্ষরোপণ করা। কাজে আপনারা সকলে গাছ লাগাবেন এবং গাছের যত্ন করবেন, শুধু লাগালে হবে না, গাছটা যাতে টিকে থাকে তার জন্য যত্ন করতে হবে। এবং যে গাছ ফল দেবে অথবা কাঠ দেবে অথবা আপনাদের ঔষধ দেবে, নানাভাবে উপকৃত হবেন। কাজে সকালে আসুন আমরা সবাই মিলে ব্যাপকভাবে এই দেশে বৃক্ষরোপণ করি। আজকের বাংলাদেশের উন্নয়নশীল দেশ, আমরা এগিয়ে যাব। বনায়নের ক্ষেত্রে আমাদের অনেক সাফল্য, আমরা যে ব্যবস্থা নিয়েছি তার ফলে আজকে আমাদের প্রায় 22 ভাগ আমাদের বনায়ন সৃষ্টি হয়েছে।
Environment, Forest and Climate Change Minister Mohammad Shahabuddin, its Deputy Minister Habibun Nahar, Secretary of the Ministry Ziaul Hassan and Prime Minister's speechwriter Mohammad Nazrul Islam were present there. Today is the World Environment Day, and the day was observed in the country as elsewhere in the world. Various government and non-government organizations have chalked out elaborate programs to observe the day. This year's theme of the day is Ecosystem Restoration. Experts of different environmental organizations have led emphasis to be pledge-bound to restore the natural environment side by side, building connectivity with the new generation. The experts further stressed on increasing people's awareness to nourish the trend of hygienic environment which was initiated by the government during the present corona pandemic. Awami League General Secretary Obaidul Qadir has said that the BNP is identified in the history of the country as the killer of democracy. That party killed the democracy time and again in the name of elections, he added. Obaidul Qadir said this while responding to queries from journalists at his official residence today.
1978 সালের 3 জুন জেনারেল জিয়া কোন গণতন্ত্র পুনরুদ্ধার করেছিলেন? সেনার প্রধানের দায়িত্ব থেকে রাষ্ট্রপতি নির্বাচন করে দেশের গণতন্ত্রকে হত্যা করেছিলেন জেনারেল জিয়া। কারচুপি, ভীতি এবং প্রহসনের নির্বাচন করে ৭৮-এর ৩ জুন তিনি নিজেই রাষ্ট্রপতি পদ দখল করেন। ক্ষমতায় থেকে নির্বাচনই শুধু নয়, সেনাপ্রধানের থাকা অবস্থায় নির্বাচন করে তিনি কোন গণতন্ত্র প্রতিষ্ঠা করেছিলেন? তাদের গণতন্ত্র ছিল কারফিউ গণতন্ত্র। তারাই এদেশের ইতিহাসে গণতন্ত্রের হত্যাকারী হিসাবে চিহ্নিত। তারাই নির্বাচনের নামে, নির্বাচনের কফিনে বারে বারে গণতন্ত্রকে লাশ বানিয়েছিল।
Earlier, the Awami League General Secretary got connected at a discussion virtually at Bangabandhu Avenue in the capital, organized by Awami League Forest and Environment Subcommittee marking the World Environment Day. At that time, he said the government of Sheikh Hasina is environment friendly. The government has been implementing various plans to protect the environment from pollution, he added.
শেখ হাসিনা সরকার আগামী 5 বছরে দেশের 22 থেকে 24 অঞ্চল গাছপালা আচ্ছাদিত করার পরিকল্পনা গ্রহণ করেছে। জাতির পিতা বঙ্গবন্ধু শেখ মুজিবুর রহমানের জন্মশতবার্ষিকী এবং স্বাধীনতার সুবর্ণ জয়ন্তী উপলক্ষে সরকার দেশব্যাপী 3 কোটি গাছের চারা রোপণের পরিকল্পনা গ্রহণ করেছে। ইকোসিস্টেম বা বাস্তু সংস্থানের সাথে আমাদের জীবন ও জীবিকা নিবিড়ভাবে জড়িত। এর সাথে সম্পদের সুষম বন্টন, সামাজিক নিরাপত্তা, উন্নয়ন জড়িত। প্রধানমন্ত্রী চ্যাম্পিয়ন অব দ্য আর্থ সম্মাননা পাওয়ার মধ্য দিয়ে বিশ্ববাসী জানার সুযোগ হলো যে বাংলাদেশের জনগণ প্রকৃতি প্রতিকূলতার মধ্যে শুধু টিকে থাকতেই জানে না, বরং বৈশ্বিক উষ্ণায়ন ও জলবায়ু পরিবর্তনের ফলে সৃষ্ট ঝুঁকিগুলো দক্ষভাবে মোকাবিলা করার সুদূর প্রসারী কর্মকৌশলও নিতে পারে।
Awami League Forest and Environment Subcommittee Chairman Professor Dr. Khondokar Bozlul Haq presided over the program. Awami League Forest and Environment Secretary Delwar Hussain, amongst others, were also present. Information and Broadcasting Minister and Awami League Joint General Secretary Dr. Hassan Mahmood has called upon all political parties to stand united in order to resist those who destroy the environment. He made the call at a tree plantation program marking World Environment Day at Bangladesh Television, Chattogram Center today. Dr. Hassan Mahmood called upon all to protect the environment and the nature for everyone's self-interests.
পৃথিবীর সমস্ত কিছু নিজের প্রয়োজনে ব্যবহার করে পৃথিবীর অন্য প্রাণীর প্রয়োজনটাকে কোনো সময় মাথায় না রাখা এবং পরিবেশ প্রকৃতিকে ধ্বংস করা, এটির কারণে আজকে আমরা বারে বারে বিপর্যয়ের সম্মুখীন হচ্ছি। পরিবেশ প্রকৃতিকে ধ্বংস করার মধ্য দিয়ে মানুষ ক্রমাগতভাবে নিজের অস্তিত্বকে ধ্বংসের মুখে দাঁড় করাচ্ছে। এটি হচ্ছে বাস্তবতা। এই পৃথিবীকে আমাদের দরকার আমাদের টিকে থাকার জন্য, কিন্তু এই পৃথিবীর মানুষকে দরকার নাই পৃথিবীর টিকে থাকার জন্য। পৃথিবীতে বহু প্রাণী এসছে গেছে, বিলুপ্ত হয়ে গেছে, তো পৃথিবী টিকে আছে। এই মানুষও যদি পৃথিবী থেকে বিলুপ্ত হয়ে যায়, পৃথিবীর কিছু আসে যায় না। সুতরাং আমাদের নিজের প্রয়োজনেই পরিবেশ প্রকৃতিকে সংরক্ষণ করতে হবে। আমি সমস্ত রাজনৈতিক দলের প্রতি বিনীত আহ্বান জানাব, আসুন আমরা সবাই মিলে মানুষ যেন পরিবেশ প্রকৃতি সংরক্ষণ করে। যারা পরিবেশ ধ্বংস করে, প্রকৃতির বিরুদ্ধে কাজ করে, প্রকৃতিকে ধ্বংস করে, তাদের বিরুদ্ধে আমরা যেন সবাই ঐক্যবদ্ধভাবে রুখে দাঁড়াই।
BTV Deputy Director General News Anup Kumar Khastagir, Forest Conservator of Chattogram Region Abdul Awal Sarkar, BTV Chattogram Center General Manager Nitai Kumar Bhattacharya also spoke. After the program, Information and Broadcasting Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood planted trees at the premises of BTV Chattogram Center. 43 COVID-19 patients died and 1,447 new cases were traced today in the country. Directorate General of Health Services, DGHS, in its routine daily statement said the death toll has risen to 12,801 from coronavirus and the tally of infections has risen to 8,09,314. The recovery count rose to 7,49,425 after another 1,667 patients recovered during the past one day. The statement said 11.03% of 13,115 samples tested were positive today. DGHS statistics showed the people infected from the beginning, 92.60% recovered, while 1.58% died. The statement said of the 43 deaths, 1 is between 0 to 10 years, 1 is between 21 to 30 years, 5 is between 31 to 40 years, 2 is in their 50s, 13 in their 60s, while 21 are above 60 years. 30 out of the 34 people died today were male, while 13 were female. DGHS informed that today 12 people have died in Dhaka division, 8 died in Chattogram division, 12 died in Rajshahi division, 5 died in Khulna division, 1 died in Sylhet division, 3 died in Rangpur division, and 2 died in Mymensingh division. The rate of COVID-19 infection and mortality in bordering districts is an upward trend for some days. As such, the period of lockdown has been extended in some bordering districts of the country, including further tightened vigilance. All business centres of Rajshahi will remain closed from 6 in the evening to 6 the next morning. The members of law enforcing agencies led by the Rajshahi District Administration are in strong surveillance at different roads crossing to oversee the lockdown program there. The rate of mortality in Chapai-Nawabganj district has increased further. Offices and courts, business centres and super shops in all 5 upajilas of Chapai-Nawabganj district remain closed. Instead, the mango carrying special train and goods truck from Rajshahi and Chapai-Nawabganj districts are plying normally. 7 days of lockdown has been reimposed again in Khulna. Joshore District Administration held a press conference in Joshore earlier to appraise the corona situation there. The infection rate is also increasing in Kushtia district. New corona patients have been detected in the district. In Chuadanga district, 51 people have been infected newly during the last 24 hours. Chuadanga civil surgeon informed the quantity of total infection in the district stood at 2,091 so far. Public health experts have suggested to become more aware to maintain hygiene rules, besides continuation of ongoing lockdown in the border areas to contain the spread of Indian variant coronavirus across the country. Expert physicians stressed on vaccination, besides more corona tests and proper treatment of corona patients in the border districts. Chapai-Nawabganj district have seen the maximum deaths in the last few days by the Indian variant coronavirus. Although local administrations have imposed lockdown in many border districts, including Chapai-Nawabganj, Rajshahi and Satkira, health experts said that only maintaining proper health guidelines could decrease corona infection rate in the border areas. The freedom fighter title of the killers of Bangabandhu is going to be cancelled. Liberation War Affairs Minister A.K.M. Mozammel Haq told Bangladesh Television in an interview that a decision has been taken to scrape the title of 4 death row killers of the father of the nation. The 4 self-confessed killers are Noor Chaudhry, Shariful Haq Dalim, Rashid Chaudhry and Mosleuddin. All were sentenced to death for killing father of the nation Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman on the Black Night of 15 August in 1975. Now, international news. COVID-19 global death toll crosses 37,29,000 and over 17,34,25,000 people have been infected globally. Besides, more than 15,62,05,000 people have recovered from the virus so far. Meanwhile, India has now 2,87,15,000 confirmed cases and 3,44,000 deaths. The US has now 3,41,92,000 confirmed cases and 6,12,000 deaths. 1,07,000 crore taka has been proposed in the Social Safety Net program in the budget of 2021-2022 fiscal, which is 17.83% of the total budget. At the same time, 14 lakh poor people have been included under the Social Safety Net. Population experts have welcomed the decision in increasing the number of beneficiaries in Social Safety Net and said these facilities will have to reach the remote people properly for better result. The National Vitamin A Plus campaign got underway across the country today, where children aged between 6 months to 59 months will be fed Vitamin A Plus capsules under the nationwide campaign. National Nutrition Services under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare is implementing the campaign. The campaign will start at 9 a.m. and continue up to 4 p.m. every day. About 2 crore children will be fed vitamin A capsules this year, which will be continued up to 19th of June. Today's immunization program was inaugurated at Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujib Medical University by its Vice-Chancellor, Professor Dr. Sharfuddin Ahmed. During the period, the children aged between 6 to 12 months will be given blue capsules, while the children aged between 1 month to 59 months will be given red capsules. Meanwhile, Dhaka North City Corporation Mayor Atikul Islam inaugurated the campaign by feeding vitamin A capsules to Radda at MCHFP Center in Mirpur in Dhaka this morning. About 4 lakh children of the Dhaka South City Corporation will be immunized with vitamin A capsules under the program. Expert physicians stressed on ensuring health guidelines to help contain the spread of novel coronavirus. Now, weather. Weather forecast valid for 24 hours commencing 6 p.m. today said light to moderate rain or thunder showers accompanied by temporary gusty wind is likely to occur at many places over Dhaka, Chattogram, Mymensingh and Sylhet divisions, and at a few places over Khulna, Borishal, Rajshahi and Rangpur divisions, with moderately heavy to heavy falls at places of the country. Met Office said mild heat wave is sweeping over Rajshahi and Khulna divisions at the regions of Faridpur, Gopalganj, Dinajpur and Nilphamari, and it may abate from some places over the country. Besides, day and night temperature may fall slightly over the country. Now news on sports. Brazil beat Ecuador by 2-0 this morning to win their 5th consecutive match in South American World Cup qualifying. Richarlison opened the scoring in the 65th minute at the Beira-Rio Stadium in Porto Alegre, and Neymar added the second from the spot in added time. The result means Brazil is at the top of the 10-team of South America group with 15 points from 5 games, 4 ahead of second-placed Argentina. Ecuador is third with 9. Brazil's next game is against Paraguay in Asuncion on June 8, while Ecuador will be at home against Peru the same day. Meanwhile, Portugal made goalless draw with Spain, while Italy beat Czech Republic by 4-0 in the FIFA friendly match. And now to end the bulletin, a repeat of the top stories. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina calls upon the countrymen to plant more trees while inaugurating National Tree Plantation Campaign 2021 on World Environment Day. Government plans to keep environment free from pollution, says Obaidul Qadir in a webinar organized by Awami League's Subcommittee on Forest and Environment. Information and Broadcasting Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood calls upon all political parties to be united against those who destroy the environment. Countrywide Vitamin A Plus campaign begins with the aim of feeding Vitamin A Plus capsules to about 2 crore children. Corona infection rate rising across the country, including the border districts. Lockdown imposed in different districts to prevent spread of coronavirus. Global death toll from coronavirus surpassed 37,29,000. India records lowest number of infections in 58 days. And Brazil strengthened their position by defeating Ecuador in South American World Cup qualifiers. And that's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you for staying with us. We invite you to watch our next bulletin in Bangla at 11:30 p.m. Until then,